I mean, like I even have a little.
Look at you!
I've my whole life, and
I've got you one of these setups with the boom mic.
I don't know that's what my IT person has been amazing. I have this. This is my office in the museum, and I've got kind of the same gig at home. It's become quite a thing.
IT people during this whole pandemic have come a long way of the days of SNL with all the beepers and move.
They have become the saviors of any organization, I would say.
Indeed.
Totally. Yep.
Welcome into Carpooling with Ben, folks. You know, the pandemic, obviously, we're still here doing the virtual, the distance, the socially distance, all those hot terms. But something that hasn't stopped is a lot of organizations working in and around Southern New England. One of those being an incredibly historic museum that is, I've been there a number of times. It is a sight to behold. And they could use your support. And trust me, it's a great thing to take the family to. The New Bedford Whaling Museum. Amanda McMullen joins me, the executive director. Amanda, it is so great to see you.
Thank you, Ben. It's really fun to be here. Although it would be, at some point, we're going to have to drive around on the cobblestones in downtown New Bedford.
Yes, that would be an editing dream.
It would be. Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be fantastic. I'm going to hire a sign man for that one. But nonetheless, you can get down to New Bedford, drive on those cobblestone streets, and go see the amazing displays. Talk to me about the museum, because people may not be familiar with the fact that A, a museum exists in the heart of New Bedford, and B, just what New Bedford means to the fishing and the whaling industry, just in general, the whole marine life.
Yeah, no, thanks so much for having me on too. It's I love talking about this museum. I have fallen in love with New Bedford and the South Coast region overnight. I've been here just about 2.5 years now, and the Whaling Museum, known as the New Bedford Whaling Museum, actually was founded in 1903 as the Old Dartmouth Historical Society.
Okay.
So a long and storied and amazing past that really is all about celebrating this vibrant region that has, as you pointed out, came to great heights in the mid-1800s with the whaling industry. I sort of think about New Bedford and the word energy, because the reason that the whaling hunt went on was really to capture the whale oil, which would light the world, literally, making New Bedford back in the day, in the 1800s, the wealthiest city in the world.
Wow.
Because we literally lit the world through the whale oil. And then if you think about the evolution with the Industrial Revolution in the textile industry, that's also another piece of energy, and we celebrate that here too. And then going forward with our fishing, the incredible resource that the coastline and our fishing industry. It's a working waterfront, but there's also the offshore wind development that's been really a cornerstone here in New Bedford. So again, that thread of energy all throughout. It's a really cool place. An incredible story through immigration, frankly, that goes back to the whaling industry. And you will hear every language when you walk around our beautiful cobblestone streets. And the museum is really, the head of the Smithsonian has said recently, museums are not community centers, but they are the center of a community. And this museum very much is the center of this community.
I like that.
Isn't it a great line? Lonnie Bunch, the head of the Smithsonian.
Wow, that's incredible. That's a great statement, and it's very true. I mean, it is. That is very spot on. We think about the museums and the various, buildings or just structures that are there paying homage to history and helping to teach history. That's true. It brings a community together because there's a lot of education and also a lot of lessons to be learned, not just from a historical, but just in general, life lessons and just different ways that you learn how these folks made life happen and made things work. You look at what we've been going through for the past, 8 months or so. We're forging through some trying times. Well, these people had it a lot worse and without social media. So
that's right.
How did they even survive? I don't know. Talk to me about what measures are in place if somebody wants to go see the Whaling Museum or go visit you folks right now or leading up through the holidays.
Yeah, absolutely. We were closed for 4 months to the public, but we never stopped working. So there's a lot of resources online. We created a section of our website called Museum from Home. So parents who are now finding themselves as teachers, educators in a classroom, you can go there. You can still experience the museum, different curriculum supports, different really fun scientific adventures that you can have in terms of whale ecology. You can create, actually, you should go on from a musical standpoint to our Museum from Home. We have a section called Ocean Beats where you can create original music to our bioacoustics whale sounds.
Oh, cool.
Which is really cool, and you can upload it. But so some fun activities, but learning activities virtually. We then took those 4 months while we were closed, frankly, and did have incredible donor support so we could invest in some components of the physical structure. The museum itself is 120,000 square feet.
Wow.
It's 11 buildings, 5 of which are historic, taking up about 2 downtown city blocks. So there's a lot of room in the museum to spread out. And when we reopened, we were able to reopen. We had upgraded our HVAC system with a UV air filtration active system. So I like to say we've got new air. We created different pathways through the museum. So we've got new air, new pathways, and a whole new exit. So everything for us was trying to, reduce the amount of time people were spent crowded together or, crossing shoulder to shoulder and kind of keeping people separated. We reduced our capacity upon reopening. We did reopen in July, and we've limited it at any one given time to about 120 people in the museum. You book online, you reserve your time. You won't wait in line when you get here because you do the online booking, and then you really can follow the pathway through the museum. We do require face coverings. We do ask you to adhere to social distance and all that good stuff. But it's been a really safe, great place for people to come and stay connected. And since reopening in July, we've had over 5,000 people come back in. So,
well, that's great.
They're having a great time, having a great experience, and escaping this moment a little bit at the museum.
Well, that's good. And that's important that people are, doing what they can to get some normal activity back into their life and also support the great work you do. Speaking of support and generous donors, folks out there who want to perhaps give maybe a gift this holiday season in memory of or in honor of someone, that can be done, but also membership to the museum is a great, talk to me about that.
It's great. We're also running a promotion right now. You can grab a coupon on our website for 10% off. If you become a member, it's 20% off in our shop. If you become a member, the museum is free, which is fantastic.
Sure.
We, you can buy a membership for yourself or give a membership. We ran a promotion where we were able to extend over 200 gift memberships to teachers in New Bedford because of our membership campaign. So you can certainly be gifting memberships as well. Our museum fund, which is our annual fund, is really been the soldier that's going to get us to the end line here through this challenging year. And people right now, we have a challenge match for online donations up to $25,000. So if you go to whalingmuseum.org, each gift will be matched. The first $500 will be matched dollar for dollar by the Jesse Ball DuPont Fund.
Wow, that's excellent. Yeah. And people can obviously learn all about that by going onto the website. I've talked with many different folks from different museums, attractions, whether it be zoos, aquariums, and whatnot. And it's safe to say you don't just go once and that's it. It's a different experience each time you go, and there's new things to learn each time you go. So having that membership or giving it to a family, hey, look, maybe you're a grandparent and you say, what do these grandkids need? How about something fun and exciting, whether it's yourself to take them or for the young family themselves to go? It's just a really, really sweet gift and a thoughtful gift that really gives them opportunity to learn and experience some incredible things throughout the year. What is the most popular feature in the museum? I've got to ask you this. What is it?
Well, there's a couple of them, and they're all really big because
whales are big.
Whales are big. Whales are very big, and we have 4 whale skeletons actually.
Wow.
Yeah, no, they're pretty amazing. Blue whale, we have a North Atlantic right whale, sperm whale, it's something to behold. And a couple of them are suspended from the ceiling. So when you come in, it's pretty overwhelming to see that. We really are telling the story. Yes, whale hunts did exist. It was pursuit, but today we've actually demonstrated a real scientific advancement around, pursuit to preservation is what we like to talk about. What's happening in the waters today? What is whale ecology? What can we learn from these sizable creatures floating around the seas? And so we have a lot of exhibits dedicated, in fact, one whole humongous portion called Whales Today, which is about current conditions of ocean health and what that impact is. So the whale bones are a favorite. We also have a half-size replica, a model of an actual whale ship in what's called our Bourne building, which was dedicated in 1917 by Emily Bourne in honoring her father, who was very influential and major player in the whaling industry. And you can jump right on. It's the first interactive ever in any museum in the country. You can jump on the whale. It's called the Lagoda. Jump on the whale ship and get an experience. Some kids pretend to be whalers. Some pretend to be pirates. Some pretend to be, the America's Cup. Sure. So you can have any kind of adventure you want. But it's massive, and it's a whole, like I said, interactive experience that you can sort of submerge yourself into and climb all around, which is really cool.
And it's really timely because I don't know if you've seen the video footage that's gone around on the internet recently of a kayaker who was out there and
with the whale that went
comes up and you show that to the kids and then you say, okay, that's the little screen. You maybe watched it on a phone or a computer or a laptop, but when you bring them to the museum and you're standing literally underneath this massive structure of a skeleton of a whale, it's like, oh yeah, that's right. We're in their territory. We're in their environment.
You're exactly right.
Which is pretty good.
We have our blue whale skeleton is actually one of the ones that's hanging, and it's an adolescent. It's a teenager that had sort of washed ashore. But underneath it, we actually installed 2 years ago a fabrication, but a life size of what a blue whale heart actually the size it would be. So you can get a sense of how big that whale even would have gotten. Sure. And 9 people can crawl inside of it.
Wow.
That's a big, big whale heart.
That's a big heart. Wow, that's incredible. Well, we're looking for people out there who have a big heart themselves. Maybe not the size of a whale, but a big heart to help support the amazing work, the path to preservation, the path to education, and everything that's going on. Amanda, it is truly an incredible place to go down and see. There's lots of great restaurants down there as well.
There's a lot of great food. Yep.
Maybe you want to take a drive around after or beforehand. Check out the working waterfront. It's one of the busiest fishery waterfronts in the world, ladies and gentlemen.
Scallops.
New Bedford, right there. Scallops, good stuff.
Scallops, yep.
Take some home with you. Why not? Get it right off the boat. From the boat to your belly, it'll be delicious. Folks, go online, learn about these amazing people and the great teams over there at the New Bedford Whaling Museum. Amanda, it was so great to see you, even though it's socially distanced, but I promise you, we will get in the car real soon and we will have a ride, a nice smooth, I'll have to put the air shocks
you got to figure it out with the cobblestones.
I think I'm going to need a hovercraft.
We can walk around. We can walk. That might be even better. But yeah, no, I look forward to that, Ben. Thanks so much for keeping New Bedford in mind and being able to let us share a bit of our story.
It is a wonderful story. Folks, go learn about them, follow them, and share.